All right, ladies and gentlemen, I guess this is probably one of those questions that you get from time to time. And this is, all in fun. And I think a lot of people are curious as to how much gaming YouTubers do compared to, say, your regular gamer. I'm going to be the first to tell you a YouTuber is already occupied making content about video games and such. So most YouTubers are not going to have the same amount of playtime as somebody else who plays video games. However, a lot of people have been wondering, if I actually even do play a lot of video games and such. And so one of my audience members said, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I believe you play as much as you do, bro. Show me or show us your gear and your gear level. So I didn't know exactly what game you're asking, DJ Steph, but what I want to do in this video is I'm just going to go ahead and open up my libraries so that you guys can see my, you can see my gameplays or play times in terms of different video games that I play. One thing about me is I'll pick like 2, 3 games every year to play. For some reason, there's usually that one, game that I play recurring or 2 games that I'll play, and then I'll beat like 2 other games, and that's it. I'll blow all my time in those games. So welcome to number one, my Mortal Kombat progress, because this is the game that I've played, I think, probably more than many other titles since it came out last year. I started playing MK1 and Street Fighter together. This was a big challenge to play 2 fighting games at the same time because they launched kind of close to each other. And fighting games are about mastery. So my playtime on Mortal Kombat since last year is about 357 hours. The reason I don't make a lot of Mortal Kombat content is simply because YouTube will flag those videos because of the gory nature and stuff, and it can actually kill your channel. I used to do MK11 content at some point, but because of their flag system, I just had to be like, I'm not wasting my time on YouTube for them basically to go ahead and make my channel get pounded into the ground. So what I want to do is on here, let's see if we can find some MK stats. Oh, let me connect the controller. Crap, I don't have a controller connected. I'm gonna have to use mouse and keyboard on here. What I do is on Mortal Kombat, I'll play Combat League more than anything else. I play versus online. MK1 has not been the most pristine experience when it comes to like the menus and the UIs and the modes. It just takes so long to get into stuff. So I don't even play towers anymore. And I did play a lot of towers in MK11. In fact, I'll show you my playtime in MK11. You'll see for yourself. Ranked Combat League right now. I'm trying to move into the next level. I mean, we got like 21 days to go. I picked up Scorpion, guys, and boy, I tell you what, he is a cooking monster. I think I already got the new Scorpion palette. What is the? This is all for skins and some really cool stuff, but also for bragging rights. If you get into this rank, I think you can get some really cool Kenshi gear and whatever. But again, that's not what I'm vying for. I'm just excited to just be able to play against people and get good and get better at the game. And I still got a long way to go. But in all that time, every Combat League I play and I get into like I think Grandmaster, and I usually just stop there and just I mean it's not, when I say stop, I don't mean I stopped playing. Like I just stopped, worrying about getting to the next level. However, now I've started learning a little bit more in terms of my character choices that I'm honing down, and I'm liking them. So I'm trying to push myself a little further. So my main was Kung Lao when the game kicked off. And yeah, he's an honest character. He's actually right now much more stronger because people have discovered Sector with him, and so everybody wants to now use the Sector Kung Lao combination to bother you. But again, he used to be my main, and I think I had to drop him because Omni Man exists in this game, guys. Omni Man is a pain in the rear to deal with, and then you have Homelander. They just by almost default they beat Kung Lao almost every time. It's weird, except maybe you're an exceptional player, of which I consider myself okay. So I picked up Baraka again, who was one of the first characters that I learned, and Baraka has been very, very useful to deter a lot of this. He's got a very good poke game, and so I need a poke game because there's a lot of BS in MK1 with the cameos and everything. Yeah, I consider that BS. But then I learned Scorpion in like one day. I literally picked him up, and I just picked up Scorpion and Jax. There was a talk about MK Javier. This is a Scorpion main in the professional FGC, and he teaches how to use Scorpion in different ways. And so I saw somebody just mention something about his Jax strategy, and I've been using him, lightly. But again, I can pair him up with any cameo that I want. So let me see. My favorite cameos. That's another thing too about this game. it takes a lot of time. This is not one of those games where you just go in and you just say, oh yeah, I want to just learn the game. No, it's not like Street Fighter. Which Street Fighter I was playing, let me see, where's my Street Fighter stuff here. Ooh-wee. Street Fighter, I gotta search. I put it in all kinds of groups. So Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6, I played almost as much so far. I think I played 294 hours. Yeah. So playing those two games simultaneously, that was just a lot. So I had to drop Street Fighter 6 so that I could focus on MK because I liked MK more. Street Fighter is a different kind of a learning curve, right? You have a weird delay mindset that you have to put it into perspective, just how you connect, and it doesn't have a lot of the input queuing that MK has overall. MK, you have a very large input buffer for your combos. Street Fighter requires you to be a little bit more precise. It is what it is. So lately, first of all, I started using Frost. Frost was the one cameo that I'll use for everything. Very good cameo, but has really strong weaknesses compared to other cameos. And so very minimally, I started switching out to Serena over time. And that kind of helped out a little bit. She does give you 50 more health, so that's nice. And so I'll use her. When I picked up Baraka, it was just Baraka and Serena. But then I picked up Baraka Kano. Oh my gosh, this was out of frustration one day. I'd played a lot of these ghost faces, and I just picked up Kano, and I was like, I'm just going to learn this guy on the fly. And this is probably one of the best combinations in the game. And I don't like using OP characters, but man, once they brought Ghostface out, all bets were off, man. Screw that character. That character can burn for all I care. And so I use Kano when I play against them. Then I will use Sector to disturb those Natara mains and Omni-Man mains because they're always floating in the air. And Sector's got like a launcher that knocks them off balance. When you take away their air game, it really brings them to the ground and it disrupts their mind. So it's a mind game thing more than anything else. Jax I picked up with Scorpion lately because he's got some really cool stuff. If I master him, I think he's a very, very wild cameo that can really change the game for you. I use Striker for a little bit, but this is I hate this. I hate Farah. I can't stand this cameo. This cameo literally takes some of the worst players and makes them look like they're some of the best players that ever existed. And you could tell that these guys are terrible. Like, they just do some of the most mundane crap, and the cameo comes in and he carries them, and you get like all kinds of resets and all that stuff. So I'm a little salty about that character overall. So let's go ahead and show you my MK11 playtime. I guess you don't believe I play video games, so let's go ahead and see what that looks like. And this is PC, 710 hours by the time I actually basically put it down, and that's not including my PlayStation time. PlayStation is where I also played a lot of I think I played a lot of Combat League on PlayStation more than anything else. I think the reason I kind of dropped MK11 was MK11 is a faster game, and I just returned to playing fighting games with MK11 after at least maybe over 15-17 years. I didn't touch these things. I was grinding, guys. I was in school doing all that stuff, trying to get married, and also I didn't touch fighting games forever. So picked up a fighting game in the middle of playing The Division, by the way, which I'm going to show you guys some more stuff here. Where's my Division? Where are my Division numbers? Division 1 and Division 2. Let me just show you my Division 2 numbers. So Division 2 came out in 2019, right? I was a content creator for it. I've been making videos since Division 1. I started playing on PC for the Division 2, and I had already been playing on PC for Division 1. I moved from PlayStation to PC. And I was making content for the Division while learning this game. So I was just, it was insane. You had to basically do all of this. And I was making content for this too at the same time. So my leisure is not just a hobby. It's a leisure that I have to find some way to benefit from. So making YouTube videos, and even though ad revenue is peanuts, I still have to be able to justify why I'm sitting here playing video games. If not, I'm gonna go do something else. It's just what it is. I like video games, but again, I have other hobbies that I would rather engage in as well. That's just what it is. Again, I'm not getting younger, and many of you can also agree to that fact that we're not getting younger anymore, so we can't put in that much time in the video games we play. And so quick pickup games are a very good way to rack up time. And so fighting games are my jam. But in the Division ecosystem, I did dump a bunch of time as well in there. 975 hours in the PS2 version. I said PS2, the PC version of Division 2, not PS2. And then for the Division 1, the first game on PC, after I'd moved from PlayStation to PC, where's my first Division? Oh, there. This is the PTS for Division 1. You got to go ahead and find this thing. I dropped 788 hours on PC, and I'd already dropped at least 100, 200 hours on PlayStation at the time. And then I started making videos as well, which just takes a lot more time, a lot more dedicated, gameplay and such and such. But it was a lot of fun. A lot of people in the community that were very pivotal and kind of like, walking through the journey. I don't have my PlayStation stuff here. And then let me show you another secret sauce that I cook from time to time. Gotham Knights. Gotham Knights, this is year 2 of Gotham Knights launch, and I've dumped about 441 hours on my Steam version. My Steam save file bugged out, so if it's weird, I can't really do too much with it. So what I did was I picked up the game on Xbox and Epic Games, where I've then put in a lot more time. I got some save files. They're not as good as my save file on Steam. My save file on Steam, I was at almost max level 80. I think that's what's going on. The developers never really accounted for a player that would max out the game after Heroic Assault. And so now I think what's happening is a lot of my resources, once I take out an NPC, it's causing the game to crash. So on here, I think I put in, let me see what I put in here. There's a place where you can find your playtime here on Xbox. This was Play Anywhere, by the way. And so when I bought the Xbox version, I had access to this PC version, and I was just enjoying myself. Achievements. Show all. I think this is where you see your time played. I'm not a 100% person. I don't do that. This one I've done 4 days on here, so over 80 hours in terms of my Gotham Knights on Xbox, and then again I picked it up on Epic Games. So I have, I don't know how many hours I have here. There's a way you can look at it on Epic Games Store. It's weird, but again, these are the games I would just focus my time playing. Go to favorites, game achievements. This says how many hours does it tell me I've played? I don't know. There's a place that you can find it. It showed me. I think it shows you on the page itself. I think I'm going all the way wrong. I can't find it. I cannot find the manage you've played. Oh, 41 hours. So Gotham Knights almost pushing 600 hours maybe on Gotham Knights. So a lot of my playtime, I can jump in, play a few games. That's what you're gonna see on most of my games. They're like high amount of hours on specific titles. Like I'll take a 30, 40 hour title, and if I like that title, I'll do 100 hours on there. Arkham City, I haven't even 100%ed Arkham City. Keeping that for another time. Arkham Knight at 100%, but I was at 350 hours in Arkham Knight on PC. By the time I get to 100%ing this game I just spend my time enjoying the game, and I just savor it. That's how I enjoy playing video games. And I've noticed that, for a lot of people in their minds, it's more about, the number of games you've completed and such. That's not my style of gaming at all. So I try to reach like an expertise level in terms of the games that I actually do play. Arkham Asylum, I finally beat the game. Ooh, boy, was it a chore, almost in a sense. But then I ended up enjoying it because, graphics were not as great. I played Arkham City first. And so going back to beat Arkham Asylum was just kind of weird. A few games that I'm playing right now, this game I beat 3 times, God of War. I beat this game 3 times. I think twice on console, and then I think once on PC. And I just played Kombat. 76 hours worth of combat. That's insane in my mind anyways. I don't think many people do that. That's ridiculous. In case you were wondering about that. Let's see if I can send this thing back. Okay, there we go. A few games that I'm playing right now, all at the same time, by the way. Nier Automata, I'll come in and play a few. I played 7 hours of the game. Elden Ring. I didn't show you guys Elden Ring. 335 hours here on PC. Got a PlayStation version of it as well. Haven't really gone ahead to touch that in a while, but I think I did about 30, 40 hours on there. I'm playing Alan Wake 1. I bought Alan Wake 2 yesterday. I'm going to do some benchmarks so that we can slap those 4070 claims a little bit more. I think I saw one comment the other day. I just kind of was like, let me just buy this stupid game and let's just clear this crap up. I'm playing Rise Son of Rome, just, little by little, but the game that I'm enjoying, and it is in my Steam Deck titles right now, Castlevania Lord of Shadow. I want to beat these 2 games. I have greatly enjoyed the game. It gives you the old school feel, the old school vibes. 4 hours in, it's like it's gonna take me like 20-ish hours to basically go ahead and deal with it. I'm learning how to actually play these old school games because growing up, I didn't have access to a lot of this stuff. So it's really nice to be able to jump in here and just leverage that. And then that's not including playtime with my kids, that you don't see. I'm constantly vibing with them, jamming out fighting games with them. We play Marvel vs. Capcom. That's Marvel vs. Capcom uh, Infinite is the one that we play, and that game has become one of our favorite titles. We want to jump into Marvel vs. Capcom 3 as well, but not too much so far. Have we made the progress in that regard? They're constantly playing Ninja Turtles here. That's one of their big games. They'll play the Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. They've almost beaten it, so I bought them Splintered Fate. Just once they finish Shredder's Revenge, they can jump right in, and then they like playing Star Wars. So they're playing Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga, and then all my Lego games here, because we have Steam Family Share, they just have access to it all. All right, I hope that answers your question. Does VG play video games? Okay, you answer for yourself. And at the same time, I'm jamming out, 4 to 6 videos daily. Got a full-time job, family. I got another evening, gig that I tutor because I'm a teacher. So everybody wants a teacher's services. Apparently, we don't want you to just go home and chill. I mean, I'm not gonna say no. They're happy to pay, so I'm happy to, offer my services to them. And I enjoy doing that. Actually, YouTube is somewhat of a hassle, but it is a hobby actually. And I've realized that because I've been doing it for so many years. And to me, it doesn't really matter whether I'm making any money or not. I'm just, making the videos and talking about video games overall. Chat with me in the comment section. Thanks so much. Peace out.